Hey everyone, it's Martyn Sibley here for the latest episode of the Iansyst podcast. And today I'm joined by friends and colleagues, John and Catherine from the Cambridge office. So thanks for joining me, guys.
Good morning. Good morning, everyone. Morning, Martyn.
So let's kick off with you, John. I think obviously, people that are coming from a HR business background, they're aware that retention and recruitment, all those kind of things are their KPIs, their most important factors. And that there is, challenges with that day to day in work. So obviously we're all existing and working hard for inclusion and accessibility. What do you feel is that opportunity for these businesses to embrace inclusion?
Yeah, I mean, we all know at the moment that inclusion is high on the agenda. If anybody read the news or read some of the papers,
it's in fashion.
Even at Davos, they're talking about inclusion, which is great for us.
Yeah.
But I still think that we need to get to the right people in this. Like I've said to you on a number of occasions, Martyn, that HR get this, and if they didn't, it would be a really big disappointment if we gathered 100 HR leads and managers and they said, well, what are you talking about? They get it. But I think what we need to do is we need to be working at another level up. We need to be having these discussions with senior managers, with company directors and execs to explain to them the benefits. Because sometimes I feel when the HR go back to their companies, they're meeting a wall sometimes. And I think we need to meet at that level. And that's what I'm doing with the Chamber of Commerce meetings that I'm attending. I'm hoping to get access to, a much wider scale of businessmen.
Yeah, no, that's fair. And I think, when you look at that, you're really talking about getting it in the DNA of business. So it's not only in one department, it flows through the whole lot. I was reading a book recently about customer service. And if you get the customer service right through the whole business, where everyone is an advocate, the bottom line benefits are massive. And I feel that's also the new wave, is that we want inclusion. So obviously, for some people and some businesses, they need a bit of a structure on their journey. So Catherine, it'd be great if you could just share a bit more about Disability Confident and how that can help people.
Yeah, definitely. Well, Disability Confident is a government scheme, and it's encouraging businesses to recruit and retain disabled people. It's completely free to sign up to, and you can do it online. It doesn't take that long. And there's 3 tiers to the scheme that offers guidance and advice, because it's a journey, isn't it, at the end of the day, John? And the first, as soon as you signed up, you become Disability Confident Committed. Yeah. And then the other tier is employer, and then leader.
Right.
And so once
you Iansyst are a leader, right?
We are a leader.
Congratulations.
We're very proud, aren't we, that we're leaders? And yes, so once they've signed up, they start their journey and they can start becoming a lot more disability inclusive and recruit a wider pool of talent. Yeah. And not only that, there's so many benefits as well to recruiting disabled people and having them in your workforce. You're going to have a lot more. You're going to have wider skills. You're going to have a larger workforce, a larger pool of talent that you can tap into. And also, you're going to be tapping into the purple pound, 249 billion, which disabled people spend in the UK at the moment, which businesses are currently losing out on. So there's so many benefits for people to sign up to Disability Confident.
Very well said. Yeah, very well said.
And also, just let me add that, companies have got to begin to reflect society. This is a problem we've got at the moment. There's a gap. I talk to people and they say, well, we don't employ anyone who's disabled, but they don't understand it. They don't realise it. So I think we've got to adjust that to make sure companies, boards, shareholders reflect society.
Yeah. Absolutely. I totally agree with you there, John. And I think we talked about Disability Confident as a structure and a support mechanism. Obviously, Iansyst are doing a lot to help businesses become disability confident, generally just, to be more happy in the accessibility and inclusion world. So there's an event coming up, right, Catherine, in March. Do you want to talk a bit more about that, how that's going to help businesses?
Yes, well, it's a free to attend event. I'd like to first stay on the 14th of March at the House Forum in Cambridge. And our event is it's called Becoming Disability Confident. And so we've got the DWP, the Department of Work and Pensions, who'll be coming in to talk about the Disability Confidence Scheme, talking about the benefits of joining the Disability Confidence Scheme. And then we've also got some fantastic speakers who'll be talking about the different aspects of becoming a lot more inclusive and what benefits you can reap from having an inclusive workplace. So we've got Sally Ward from Purple Space, who'll be talking about all the amazing work that they do at Purple Space. And we've also got Yvonne Smythe from Hayes, who they recently published a diversity and inclusion report. And they've got some really interesting figures. Like, if you can get it, read it, because it's super interesting. And so she'll be talking about that. And then we've also got Adele Shaw-Flack from the Sweet Potato Consultancy, who'll be talking about workplace wellbeing. And then, of course, we'll be there and we'll be talking about workplace adjustments and how to implement them in your business, whether small or large. So it's going to be a really good day. And there's also free lunch.
Free lunch, very important for me.
Free lunch.
Having my food.
Oh, that's amazing. It sounds like a really good event. I'm looking forward to it. I mean, I love the one we had last year. Obviously, I've been able to speak at both, which is a privilege, but also to meet the other speakers and the people that, as we all keep saying, are on that journey. No one is at a perfect level. We're all trying to help each other. And so to that end, John, have you got any sort of thoughts and updates on what Iansyst are doing, looking forward to help people on their journey into the future?
I think what we've realised in the last year is that there is a willingness, there is a keenness to get involved. And people are thinking, well, how do we begin this journey? What do we need to do? So obviously Disability Confident is part of that, the recognition, the logo, that you're associated with it. But also it means that we've got an opportunity to roll out some disability awareness training. And that's what companies seem to want to embrace. 3 companies this spring have looked at that idea that, okay, well, what we're going to start with is we're going to make our staff more aware of it. Those who are doing the recruiting, those at senior management level. So I think for us, 2019 is going to be staged around coaching, disability awareness training, and that's what we're going to major on in the conference as well.
Great, that's cool. And I'm sure there's a few other irons in the fire of other helpful projects.
There is, but we can't reveal them yet.
Yeah, so you just have to watch this space.
Exactly. Tune in soon. All right, guys, that's really been great to hear about all the news and updates. We'll put the link below the podcast so people can sign up for the event there. But yeah, look forward to seeing you two at the event and everyone watching and listening to the podcast as well, hopefully.
Thank you so much, Martyn.
Thank you so much.
Bless you. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.